What's up everyone, welcome back to Pulls and Positivity. My name is Ryan and today we are going to be doing a Destined Rivals binder build. Now as you know already if you watch the channel, because I don't stop going on about it, Destined Rivals is my favourite set and I've been super excited to do this binder build for you. Now as of right now I don't have every card, some cards have been delayed in the mail but we are almost there, so I'm just going to go for it and then see what we need. Most of the stuff that I still need is those really expensive cards at the end, unless I pull them. At the moment I just can't afford them, but most of the set is done, so I'm super excited for this. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been looking for a UK Pokemon content creator, then here I am. We do all sorts of things on the channel. I try and do informational videos during the week on a Wednesday, and we normally do like pack openings at a weekend on a Saturday, as well as loads of shorts and other fun stuff. And we also have a Discord where I give shout outs to Pokemon Center drops, and we just have a great community. We trade, we just talk about Pokemon in general. It's a great space to be, so if you haven't joined the Discord already, please consider coming and joining us. Right, so I actually got my Destined Rivals binder right here. It is a black and red binder from VaultX. It is the 12 pocket binder, which is the bigger version, because there's two versions that you can get. I obviously got the bigger one because I'm going to try and go for the Grandmaster set at some point, if somehow one day I can afford it. So I want to have a binder that I can keep that in. This is such a nice binder and I'm really glad I got that. So we're going to be putting them in there. Let's not wait any longer. Let's flip the camera and get started with this. Right, so here we are. I've got my binder here and I am ready to go. I also have my cards to the side here. And I also have my book just in case I mess up, so I can just refer to this and see where I'm at. I'll keep that to the side. Hopefully I won't need it because everything is already in order and I should be ready to go. Right, so here we go. This is such a lovely binder. It's such a nice way to have the Destined Rivals thing laid out. I have already prepared this, so thank you for the suggestions from the last binder build that I did. I really appreciate it. So a couple of you guys suggested that on the EX cards, so that things don't go offline, because I hated it the way they went offline, just to put a sleeve in. So that's exactly what I've done. I put a sleeve. Hopefully now that I've got a sleeve there, we'll put the EX here, the sleeve will go here, and then we'll just go back online with the cards. And hopefully I've done that correctly all the way through, but we'll find out, I guess, as we start with a pincer, and then we're going to have the reverse pincer. Honestly, I enjoy it. This is very therapeutic for me, and as my favorite set of all time, I'm really glad to be doing this finally, because I've wanted to do this for so long. And there we go. It's working. It's working. Yeah, I've wanted to do this for so long. And I'm kind of finally in the opportunity where I can do it, which is amazing. As a Pineapple goes in. If you're new to the channel or if you're watching me for the first time, welcome. I know I've said welcome already, but it means a lot to have people here watching this stuff. I'm still improving stuff. I'm nowhere near there yet, but we're starting to get a nice little following. I hope you guys appreciate the kind of stance I take on the channel. I try and keep things really friendly and just down to earth, and I'm just like you guys. I'm just a regular collector. There is absolutely nothing special about me. I have to queue up and fight on release days and stuff, or you know, to try and get stuff at RRP. I will always stand against scalping. It is something we will never promote here on the channel, and I will always show retail prices for stuff. I will never do clickbaity titles, as we have discussed before in the scalping video. If you are interested and you're new, I do have a bunch of guides on the channel as well. Where to buy Pokemon cards, where to buy Pokemon cards online, a few other little things, little guides you can follow for beginners, and the things you may have missed. I did a guide recently on buying singles. I did a little guide on not Card Factory. What was I going to say? Card Factory. Card Market, as it's become like a really, like probably the main place that I now get cards from. Most of these cards that I didn't already get, I pulled most of these, just for clarification, but all of the reverse holos that I didn't have, I bought them on Card Market, and I've not had any issues luckily. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, that is definitely a worthwhile video. But yeah, we just try and keep things really fun and friendly here on the channel. Like I said, I vary up my content, or I try to. This couple of weeks are a weird sort of slow period in between videos. I mean, this comes after or just before Mega Evolution should have released. and Mega Evolutions has not released because it's delayed. So what would normally have been my Saturday video here on the channel for a Mega Evolution, I had it penciled in for a Mega Evolutions opening, obviously on the release weekend. Why would you not? I was super excited about that. So there's a few like filler videos, so I do apologize for that, everyone. Just trying to make the best of a bad situation. Look at that, beautiful. Look at all those cards, and I love the fact they're online. That pleases my OCD so much, so thank you so much for suggesting that to me, because that looks amazing. We're going to get a tarantula here. That's going to go in the top corner. I've got a few like cool ideas. I want to get out to some more card shows, because I haven't really been to many card shows. I did a card show video very early on my channel, and I wasn't, like, looking back at it, I'm not the most like happiest with it. Then again, like, I'm always improving. I'm always open to suggestions. So if there's anything you want to see me do, then, you know, drop a suggestion and I'll see what I can do, because I'm always trying to improve the channel. Every video needs to be at least 1% better than the last video, as we get a nice little over there. EX, and that lines up with that. So that means so far I've been doing this right. I'm hoping to get some better lighting solutions and a better like backdrop and stuff as well soon. Got a nice Rapska, because I know there's areas of the channel, there's only one, I don't have a lot of money, so I need to like be sensible and try and prioritize like what I'm doing on the channel to improve. And I think lighting is going to be the next one, some kind of better lighting, because I know this isn't perfect, but it's the best I can do. And as I get more and more subs, then hopefully I'll be able to do more and more. And I do have to say actually a huge thank you. Honestly, I know I keep saying thank you, but every single one of you that subscribed and every single one of you that is watching right now has made such a huge difference. It's actually kind of crazy to me. It almost makes me a bit emotional. I just did this. I started this as just, I've got to show this one actually, the Moltres EX, a lovely card. I just started this as a little hobby because I enjoyed the creative side of this, and I like making videos and I like doing this kind of stuff. Pokemon is a massive hobby for me that I was enjoying, so I was like, you know what, let's put them both together. And I didn't expect anything to come of it, if I'm honest. And to now be standing here putting these cards into a binder and having nearly 2,000 subs is actually, it's actually crazy, and I still can't quite believe it. And having such a loving and supportive Discord community, having such like an amazing network of people, has just made it so much better, and better than I ever could have thought it could have been. And we've developed such a great community. I'm so grateful, and hopefully it will just continue to grow. And actually I did want to share a little bit of news for you. So being a YouTuber is not the easiest thing, and if you're trying to make money off of YouTube, it's not the easiest thing. But I will say that over time, there's the ho-ho for you, eventually you have to hit certain milestones to get monetized, which means you can make money on your channel and stuff. I've been going now nearly 6 months, I think, on the channel, and I just earned my first paycheck from YouTube, and I think it was like £80, which is more than a month. I got paid more than a month's worth because there was a bit of backlog. But like, I know it's not much, but that's insane to me. And I do have memberships, although I only have one lonely member, Karina. So thank you so much for being my first ever member of the channel. And I want to try and do some more stuff in the future with member stuff and improve it more and more, hopefully, as some of you might be tempted to join. But I do a short on a Monday that is members only, and I'm going to try and do some other stuff. I release videos early for my members, and then, yeah, hopefully I could do some more stuff. I want to start doing, as I start to earn a little bit more on YouTube, I want to use that money to do giveaways, like member giveaways probably, or maybe one of each. Maybe I'll do like a giveaway a month for everyone, and then a giveaway a month for members. But that is all just like money dependent, isn't it, really, like all of this stuff. But I'd love to be able to give back to you lot, because you've supported me, and it's only fair. And we were having such a good chat today, actually. Just so you know, this will, like, anyone that's in the Discord, this will make you aware of, like, when I'm filming this, because earlier today we were talking about jobs and what we all do for jobs. Right, I just want to break off from that just for a second, because you'll see this page looks different. This is because I was going for a master set, sorry, a grandmaster set. This is the normal holo for Gyarados, and then we have the reverse holo. There is a non-holo version that was in the Build and Battle deck, which goes in here. There is also a stamped version. What I've done on the back of these, I've written a note. So that says Build and Battle box stamped promo. So I've got the non-holo, then I've got the stamped promo, and I believe there's also a staff stamp. So they are placeholders for now for the other variations of the Gyarados. This one isn't anything. That one is like for what I've been doing for the EX cards, just to keep them online. So then I don't go offline again. So now when I put the Lapras, they are in as they should be. That's actually a really nice card as well. I haven't got the Lapras, unfortunately. The illustration rare Lapras. I don't have that yet, but hopefully at some point. But yeah, going back to what I was talking about, yeah, some of you were saying what you were doing for jobs and stuff, and oh, I should say as well, there's a reason 2 gaps of that, because there is a variation of the Articuno as well. And a lot of you seem to be in the creative industry. I don't know if like Pokemon sort of finds the creative people, like creative-minded people like Pokemon cards for some reason. Maybe that's the case, or for some reason, something like that. I know for me, like, I'm hugely creative. This is a massive creative outlet for me. I did mention it early on the channel, but I do have ADHD, autism, all that good stuff, which makes me function very differently. It makes my brain function very differently, but it makes me hella creative, really, really creative. So this is a good outlet for that, to be honest. Also, something about the organising and stuff, it scratches that itch in my brain. I like the organisation. It's fun. It's just like very therapeutic doing this stuff. And I don't know what it's like to watch, because I haven't really watched too many binder builds. There is a couple of videos that I've watched, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to let you all into what goes on in my life. We do have every single card numbered card. It's only some of the cards in the end. I even have most of the illustration rares. It's just a few of them that I'm missing out on, and then mainly the SIRs or gold cards are the ones that I still need. The Mewtwo's going for like £300 or something, more than that, which is a crazy amount of money. Hoping I'm giving this enough time for you to all like appreciate the artworks that are going on here, and then you'll see there's a lot of placeholders on this as well, because we've got a few EXs coming up. But there's also some other stuff happening on this page. So we got the Sea Titan. I always used to say this wrong. So I always used to say cetacean, which is very wrong. And I don't know why my brain went to cetacean. I don't know if that's because, isn't like a cetacean a sea creature? Cetaceans, they're like crabs and stuff, right? Which is what my brain I think when I'm seeing that, that's what my brain went to. Even though I think it's meant to be Sea Titan. So yeah, as we're moving into the electric cards now, sometimes the names on this. Right, okay, there's a certain thing I've done here. So we've got the Electivire EX. I'm going to put him in there. I do have a placeholder for him. Now, here's my deliberation. There is 2 promo cards, because I want to put all the promo cards in the Destined Rivals sort of stuff into here. And the Zeb Striker is a Cosmofoil promo from one of the Destined Rivals products. Now, I was thinking, do I take this placeholder out and put him in that slot? Because why not? Because that keeps everything online and it's just like having a placeholder there. I think I'm going to do that for now. And then the reason we've got placeholders over here is because, again, the Zapdos has a stamp. I believe this one is just a stamped holo. I'm not sure what that's from. When I was looking at these, they're like £50, some of these stamped holos. I think there's lots of versions of Zapdos actually, so that's why there's so many. Yeah, Pichu, one of my favourites. One of the hardest reverse holos to get for some reason. And we're coming up to another one of my favourites from this set. Not this card, but the next card, the Fluffy. I really like this card. That's a nice card. Yeah, I mean, I don't go the same as a lot of other people do. Even in my pack openings, if you are interested to to watch some of my pack openings, then please do. The recent ones have done really well. The Team Rocket's tin pack opening has done so well, so well on the channel. I actually couldn't believe how well it did. But yeah, a lot of the more recent ones have been doing well. And yeah, I don't do things like a lot of YouTubers. I'm not going to slap 100 packs down in front of me and speed through them as fast as I can. I like to enjoy cards as I'm seeing them for the first time or as I'm opening them, and we just take things at a more chill pace. Not like stupidly slowly, but you know what I mean. Enough time to appreciate them without sort of fakeness, or to just like, some people I watch just seem like they don't care, which is crazy to me. And I just want to say, actually, another thing I could talk about, something else I want to say. So we have, sorry, let me just do this quickly first. So we got the Mewtwo EX here, right? Then I've got Mewtwo EX promo 1. Now, I have one of the Mewtwo promos, but this I believe is promo 2 because it's 216. I think the other one's like 195 or something. So this is promo 2. So I'm going to put this one here. When I get the other Mewtwo EX promo, it's going to go here. So I will add that in. And then I think this one was just, yeah, that one's just a placeholder. Yeah, we are going to have 3 Mewtwo EXs in there. Another thing I was going to do, actually, I'll tell you what, actually, I've had an idea. I'm not going to put a placeholder there because I'm going to go, this is a nice idea. I like this idea. A Wobbuffet reverse. And then I've just found a place for this guy. So this is the, what am I trying to say? This is the ETB promo. And I think he will go quite nicely with his Wobbuffet friends. Just there. And that fills out that line without me having to put a filler in. I like that. And then we're back online again. So we don't go offline at all for that. Awesome. And then Play-Doh. Yeah, I want to say a massive congrats to everyone that's managed to get stuff on the Pokemon Center recently. There's been a few drops. I do ping the chat. I do ping the Discord chat as soon as there's queue forms, or as soon as I'm able to. But yeah, I managed to shout out early enough for the Charizard UPC drop. Nearly all of you got that. So I'm super happy about that. We're seeing you all like message saying, I got it. Man, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy seeing you all get some. And they seem to have a lot. It didn't go out of stock for a long time. I know they said they printed a ton of them. There was like reports going around of people, like rumors saying that they printed like 3 million of those. If you actually put that into perspective, 3 million Charizard UPCs, absolutely nuts. I will be opening that on the channel. It's a very congested time because of the delays to Mega Evolutions here in the UK and in Europe. There's a very congested sort of time period between the 10th of October and the 14th of November. So I've tried to stagger things. I've got it all written out on my calendar, like when I'm going to do stuff. So obviously we're going to do a Mega Evolutions as soon as it comes out. So that weekend will be a Mega Evolutions opening. The following weekend will also be a Mega Evolutions, but I'm going to open some of the boxed, like EX boxes and stuff. I believe it's a Latias, Mega Evolutions Latias box. I don't know. I'm going to try and stagger it. And then we've got the Team Rocket's Moltres, which I can't wait for because there's some promo cards in that which are going to go in here. The Team Rocket's Moltres UPC, which I was lucky enough to get. Now we're just moving on to Tyranitar here. We're moving on to Tyranitar here. There's a reason there's so many. There is a lot of Tyranitars because the Tyranitar is the Pokemon Center stamped promo. Right? There's a Pokemon Center stamped Tyranitar. I can't remember why that is, but there is a Pokemon Center stamped Tyranitar. I can't remember what it's for, but there's a whole bunch of stamped Tyranitars anyways. So, and then we've got Nosepass, Probass. Yeah, so then I'm going to open that. They're going to go straight in here. I can't wait to have those promos in here. That will help me with my Grandmaster set. And then we've got, I think it's Phantasmal Flames comes out like straight away after that. Barely any space between sets, which is a bit stupid, but it is what it is. So then we'll be opening Phantasmal Flames that weekend. And then obviously I've got the Charizard UPC, which I'll probably opening the following weekend. Now, that is a very congested schedule. We've got a Gibbles here. I know this one is the Cosmo Holo, which I do have right here. So that's nice to have in. So we've got all 3 of those. That is a placeholder so they don't go out of line. And then we're going to do the same thing on the next line. So we've got the Gabite, and then we've got the reverse holo Gabite, and then we've got Cosmo Holo. These both came in the Garchomp, Cynthia's Garchomp EX box. So yeah, that looks kind of cool. I don't really mind having those 3 in there like that. It keeps everything in line, which is what I want. And then we're going to go Garchomp, which is here. So the Cynthia's Garchomp in that EX box is actually the full art version. So there's like an alternate. It doesn't really look that different, if I'm honest, to the normal one, but we'll get to that because we've got both of those. So we'll get to them later and I'll point them out. And then, yeah, there's just a whole bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of other EX boxes and stuff coming out, which I'm going to try and get hold of and open on the channel, just so if you aren't wanting to buy everything, then hopefully I can just showcase them to you. You can see what's in them. You can see what they're like without having to spend out any money on them. But yeah, but at that point, you know, if you are enjoying the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps me out so much. It helps me out so much. And I hope after that schedule, you're like, yes, I absolutely want to see all of that wonderful stuff that you're going to do, Ryan. I'm definitely going to subscribe. You're worth it. A bit like L'Oreal. What the hell? Why on earth bad when I make myself laugh? That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever said. Is that even the right brand? It is, right? Oh dear. And these ones, going back on, well off track there, right, going back onto what we're doing here, the Poison type, Dark type, these are all my favourite artworks. I don't know if they put more emphasis on these in this set. Sorry, I'm holding it off camera. I don't know if they put more emphasis on these in this set and improve the artwork specifically for these just because it's the Rocket set and they're kind of like the dark cards, so it makes sense. The artworks on some of these ones are like the best on the normal commons. Such nice artworks, as the whole set does. This whole set, the theme through this whole set runs so smoothly that yeah, it's just unmatched in my opinion. I've said it before, I can't remember what video it was, but they need to do more like really good themed sets. The themed sets that like run smoothly through the whole set and have like a proper theme to them do so much better. Some sets can feel like they're sort of slapdash thrown together. As we're getting onto a Nidoking EX, and I do actually have the promo for that. The promo for this one was in the Team Rockets tins. So in the Team Rockets tins, you get 2 Destined Rivals packs and 2 Journey Together packs. And they've just flipped the image, kind of, and added a few extra sparkles. It's a bit lazy, Pokemon. That's a bit lazy of you there. But yeah, goodness. Yeah, this Golbat, I mean, look at some of these. Is there a Shinji Kanda artwork in the Team Rocket set? I can't remember if there is. I can't remember if I've seen one. Robot EX. Another thing I've played with, like, the idea of is adding 2 EXs. So I have another copy of that I pulled. Do I just put 2 next to each other? Or is that greedy of me to have 2 of each? Because I know actually one of you in the Discord today put that you wanted some Destined Rivals stuff to put up what you needed. And I was going to respond, but I haven't had a chance to yet. Who was it? Who was it? I can't remember. I'm really sorry. And then we've got a really nice Weezing. This is one of my favourite artworks in the set as well from the normal cards. Love the Weezing. And it's also one of the originals. Any of the originals are the best, in my opinion. Actually, today was actually the Prismatic Evolutions figure collection release. I didn't even bother. And I don't care. I literally don't care. Prismatic Evolutions is, for me, just scalper heaven. And I don't particularly like the set. The pull rates are terrible. Most of the cards I don't really like. I don't have an interest in. Obviously, the evolutions are nice, but a whole set that's being propped up by a bunch of cards at the top, the evolutions, isn't worth it in my opinion, because the rest of the set isn't worth it. And most of the time, you're not going to be pulling that stuff. You've got to be incredibly lucky to get one of them. That set feels like more of a gambling set, and I think that's why scalpers are drawn to it, because it's like, oh, I might get that super expensive card. And it's almost like a gambling aspect rather than enjoying the set, which I don't, so just avoided. Normally I like to open all new products as they come out just to showcase them, but I'm not gonna add to the hype on that one. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. And a Grimmsnarl, which is a nice EX as well. But you know, at the same time, I'm not gonna like say anything. Some people do like it, so you know, each to their own. I'm not gonna say anything against those people because it is just, you know, personal preference, isn't it really? Because I know actually Science Pie, shout out. I know you messaged in the Discord saying that you went to game and they only had one. Now, here's my problem with this, right? Okay, they only had one, fair enough. They said for weeks that they only had one, is what I remember you saying. How do you only get one? Because surely these come in like a box. You don't just have random one. They come in like sealed boxes of like X amount. So how they've only produced one, I don't really understand. And then he said that also he had an issue that a lady came in just after him and wanted it and tried to have a fight. Not literally, but kicked up a fuss because she said she pre-ordered it with the manager, even though you can't do pre-orders. So, suck it, scalper. Sorry, that was a bit aggressive. Not what this channel is about, people. But yeah, well done for getting that. Well done for holding your ground. Do not give in to them. You have just as much right as anyone else. She's only going to sell it anyway, so I hope you open it up and get a God pack. And then, what are we moving into now? We're getting through this quite quickly. It's really nice to see. It's filling up so nice. Each page as it fills up, just, yeah, I'm loving this. I've been waiting to do this for so long. There's a Meowth. Here's something I'm not sure about because these are offline. So we've got Meowth, and then we've got, this is from the, I didn't actually open one of these, but it was from a Mewtwo EX box, which is why I didn't have the Mewtwo EX on the other page. I still need to buy it, but I did buy this because they're not, I think this was like 25p on card market, so it wasn't expensive. But this is a Cosmo Holo. That one, so the Meowth, and then I'm just going to check because I don't want to go offline yet, so that is just a placeholder. And then we have two different versions of Persian. So again, this is the normal Persian. Looking lovely. I do like Persian. Persian's quite a nice one. It's got that link to Giovanni as well, so it's kind of cool. And then we've got the promo variant. This again came from the Persian's Team Rocket Tim. I'll put him in there. So we've got both versions. That's more different. See, that's better. In the Nidoking one, it wasn't up to scratch. I wasn't happy with that. As we're moving to Kangaskhan. Now, I think I've made a mistake here because, right, you'll see here, I have the other promo, Kangaskhan. This came in the same one that the Zebstrika did, and I think I had intended to put it next to the other Kangaskhan's, but that's going to throw me offline. So I'm just going to keep that to the side for now until I work out exactly what I'm going to do with that, because I hadn't accounted for that in here. Whether I take the Zebstrika out as well and just put another sleeve in just to put the placeholder back, and then I put them both at the back together, I don't know. I'm not convinced what I'm going to do with that one. But then we are going with Porygon and Porygon 2 and Porygon Z. I actually did a couple of shorts today as well where I opened a Twilight Masquerade, a Check Lane Blister, and that had the Porygon line in it from, what set was that from? I know it, Paradox Rift. So that was kind of cool, but it had the Cosmo Holo variant of the Porygon Z, which was nice. And then, yeah, oh, actually, something else I'm going to do through December. This is my goal, this is my dream on the channel right now, is that I can, and I know it's a long shot, but I reckon we could do it. I can open I'm basically every day through December, I'm going to open the calendar. I'm going to get one of the Pokemon calendars, and we're going to go through it every day, and I'll just do a little short each day. And then if anyone is opening them on the day as well, maybe you can watch the video and we can open them together. That would be really cool. Yeah, so I'm excited to do that. So I'm going to be doing that all the way through December. So we're going to have a short every single day for that one. But I was also thinking, if I can somehow get to 100 members by Christmas, or I might do little milestones. If I can get to 100 members on the channel by Christmas, I might do a really big giveaway, like members giveaway. I was thinking like maybe a Pokemon Center ETB, which is a bit nuts. But, you know, if you get me to 100 members, then I think it might be worth it. And then maybe if we hit 50 members, I might try and get like a Destined Rivals ETB or something. And maybe 20 members, I might do Phantasmal Flames. It might. This isn't definite, so don't take it for definite. But I do want to do some kind of giveaway like that. The ETBs might not be in that order. They might be different, or they might be packs instead. There might be something, but it's going to be something worthwhile. I also have some other stuff that I want to give away through the Christmas month as well as giveaways on the channel, because it's Christmas and you will deserve something. But I'm getting way ahead of myself now because we're nowhere near there. So let's just focus on where we are right now. I have big dreams for the channel, guys. Like I said, every video I want to make better and better and better, and I hope I can do that, and I'll get there slowly. I can only do what I can do right now. Like even my backdrop and stuff, I don't have an office where I can film, and unfortunately I'm plonked in the middle of my flat. I've missed a sleeve for this one second. Right, okay, I'm back. Let's just sleeve this up. I can't believe I missed one. Yeah, these things will come, these things will happen. It's just going to take time. We're getting towards the good ones now. I hope everyone, if you're not switched on, or if you're just listening in the background to me waffle, you might want to start looking in a second, because we are nearly there. So we've got the Giovanni and we've got the reverse hollow Giovanni, but I also have the Cosmo. This is also from the Mewtwo EX box. So I'm a bit annoyed that they're not all on the same page, and maybe I can lay this out differently at some point in the future. But for now, he's going to go there. Team Rocket's Great Ball is going to go in like so. And then we've got Team Rocket's Petrol. This is going to go in there. Yeah, we're getting very close to all the lovely illustration rares, ultra rares, SIRs, gold cards, all that stuff at the back. We're getting close to. And yeah, I wanted to send some of them off for grading. If you haven't already, I'm actually doing a little showcase binder, like shorts. I'm showing page by page through the shorts. I'm showing my cards. They're either duplicates that I've got that are in sets like this, or they're just like sets that I'm not collecting a master set for, that I just need somewhere to hold, like a proper place to hold those cards safely. And I have a lot of stuff in there, and I showed off the Ethan's Typhlosion in there, and I wanted to get it graded. It's like my favorite card, but it just doesn't quite meet the grade, so it's just going to stay in the binder. Okay, so we're going to go through these now. So we have got a Yanma, really nice card. Oh, actually I need to check that I'm not missing one. So we ended on 182, so we are right. So we're at 183, so there is going to be some gaps here. So we've got 183, 184. We've got Cynthia's Roserade. I pulled this for transparency, so you know which one. The Crusty Old Crustal, that's 186. So we've got a gap there. I believe the gap is the Rapidash, which unfortunately I do not have yet. 187, one of my favorite illustration rares, the Team Rocket Spit Ops. That is a really nice. I like the contrasting black and green on that one. That's a really nice card. Really, really nice card. One of my faves. So that was 187. 188, we've got the Hydrapple. This is so cool seeing this to come together. 190, so we've got two gaps there. And we're moving to that Ethan's Typhlosion. That lovely, lovely, lovely Ethan's Typhlosion. 195, so again we've got a little bit of a gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're over here. 195, Electrike. 196, so he's going to go right next to him. Rotom, 197, so again he's going to go right next to him. Orbeetle at 198. I've noticed, if you've seen, some of the sleeves don't fit in as well. So Ultra Pro sleeves, which I think this Orbeetle must have been in an Ultra Pro sleeve. I used to use Ultra Pro sleeves, but they're slightly bigger and have slightly more of a floppy bit at the top, like extra bit. And when you use them to put them into a binder, they do fit, but it's very snug. I've started using these M-Lycro sleeves. They fit slightly better. I actually really like them. They're probably my favorite sleeves. These are VaultX sleeves. I mean, Ultra Pro are cheap, but these are just as cheap. I think these might even be cheaper than Ultra Pro, but in my opinion they're slightly better. But anyway, moving on to another one of my favorites, the Weezing, which is 199. I'm not sure what's happened here, if I've gone wrong. 212, 223, 2425, 627. Right, I'm just going to take that out and hope that I'm right. So this is 208, which is going to go here. And then next to it, so I'm just going to put this here and hope that I did it wrong. So the Team Rocket's Moltres UPC, when it comes out, has got a stamped version of this. So I've left a placeholder in there so that I can put it next to it because I really want them to be together. And then we're moving to 210. So 28, 29, 210. Yeah, I really want them to be together. I don't want them to be separated. And then we've got the Electivire EX, which is 212. That's going here. There has been a delay on one of these cards, so I can't remember if it's here or here, but there's a Dondozo and I have ordered it and it didn't come yet. 213. We've got the Mewtwo. I pulled this in a members short, so you probably wouldn't have seen that because it was for members only. 214, the Regirock. Yeah, and I don't know what's happened. There's a bit of an issue with postage at the moment. Yeah, we've gone off here somewhere. So this one was for a placeholder for this because I have both of the Garchomps. So this is a normal Garchomp. This is what I was talking about this Cynthia's Garchomp EX box. So we have two variants of that card. They'll both go in there. Yeah, there's been problems with postage at the moment. Stuff is getting delayed massively. And that card just hasn't turned up yet. This is a really nice card. 216 is going to be Nidoking EX. Crobat. Another really nice. I like Crobat. It's like one of my faves actually. For one that's not in the original, because normally I'm just anything original. OG. Original 151. But yeah, I like Crobat. Mabostiff. I don't know how I feel about Mabostiff at 220. So we're starting a new line with some trainer cards. Got Judge, which is 2-2, so we missed this one. I can't remember who this is. We've got Archer, and then finally I've got Petrol, so 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 2-6. So I've missed a couple there as well. Again, what I am going to do is, because my concentration is fully on this because this is my favourite, I am going to get all these. So what I'll do is any cards that have been missed, I will do a short with an update of me filling it a bit more and a bit more as I get the cards. This is looking really good though. It is slowly filling in as we go to the next page, and I don't know why this is here. Oh, I do know why this is here. I do. So that's 227, 228, 229. I might be one off here, but the Moltres again in the Moltres UPC is got a stamped version. And I want the normal Moltres and the stamped version to be next to each other, and they are going to go here. And then 228, 229, 230, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm off somewhere. I don't know what's happened. I can't remember what this is for. Did I write it on here? No. Actually, no. I think this was a placeholder, so I can take this off. I think I left this as a placeholder because I wanted the gold cards to be on their own page, and I didn't want to have one gold card like randomly on the bottom corner there. So I think that's why I put that there. So if I put that there, I should be good. And then, unfortunately, the only gold card I've got, which I did pull, is a Levincia. I know sorting out cards can take the longest time, so I hope it's okay. Hope it's going okay for you. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.